This summit is all about supercharging the effort to protect people and nature from the effects of a rapidly heating planet. As well as the urgent need to reduce emissions, we also need to defend ourselves as already unavoidable impacts of climate change unfold. We're seeing those impacts every day. This was Mozambique less than 2 years ago when Cyclone Idai killed more than 1,000 people. Now, literally today, the country is again picking itself up after Cyclone Eloise swept through. From Australia to California, wildfires are growing in intensity, destroying whole communities. Add to this floods, droughts, sea level rise, all threats we need to adapt to.
Adaptation is crucial because more than 1 billion people around the world are highly vulnerable to climate change. And it is really a matter of intra and intergenerational equity. The most vulnerable countries are those that are least responsible for the impacts of climate change. So this is really about climate justice.
Now, many of the adaptation measures to make people safer are relatively cheap to implement, from early warning systems against storms to regrowing coastal mangroves to provide a natural barrier against storm surges. But hard cash promised by richer nations to build this resilience, well, that's not been forthcoming. It's estimated funding needs to increase tenfold to $300 billion a year as part of an overall reset of the way we live.
It is not a choice of either the economy or a terrible life. It's not because everybody's got to eat meat or whatever choices are thrown around. This can be the greatest economic transformation in global history. And just like the Industrial Revolution, this will be the defining of a better quality of life for our citizens over a long period of time.
Climate-related disasters have cost $650 billion globally in the last 3 years. But it has been calculated that every dollar spent on adaptation prevents $12 of damage, while at the same time building resilience against extreme events that are already upon us, which impact the poor most of all.